It's time, man.
It's time, man. We are about to talk to Christina Castellanos. Our
Unique.
buddy Unique, man.
That's right.
She has an amazing story to tell,
Yes, she
and
does.
I cannot wait to share her with you all. So, here we go.
Let's go behind the lens.
All right, everyone. Now it's time to roll out the red carpet for a true multi-talent in the game. She's a powerhouse actress who's gone from the streets of Washington Heights to the screen on shows like Orange is the New Black, Law and Order SVU, and Ray Donovan. She's got the raw grit of New York, the glow of a rising star, and the hustle of a true boss lady. She is really unique. With new projects like Royal Bloodline and Conspirators on the way, she's just getting her start. Family, let's make some noise and welcome to the mic the one and the only Christina Unique Castellanos.
Christina, what's going on?
What's going on, y'all? I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me. It's a blessing.
Man, thank you for being on.
Yay, I'm excited.
That's what's up. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got your start in the industry.
Well, basically, as you know, my name is Christina Unique Castellanos. I'm originally from the Bronx, New York, but I reside in Central Jersey now. Been out here in Jersey for the last 30 years, so that's my home. And I've got my acting career started back in 2014. Prior to that, I was in the entertainment business already. I started in the entertainment business probably I say like at the age of 11 is when I started writing music. And how this all came about, I was blessed, when I moved from the Bronx to Jersey, my neighbor happened to just be Keisha from the R&B group Total.
Oh, wow.
Man.
And that's where me and her have been rocking since 11, and I met a lot of people through her. I met Missy, I met Andre, I met Method Man, I met all of them. I'm talking about young age, playing basketball with them, learning from them, studying them, and just being around the whole entertainment business. I was 12 years old when Keisha took me backstage to the Bad Boy and the Family concert at Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
And that was something that changed my life. Because the minute I went backstage, I'm around Heavy D, Busta Rhymes, 112, Mace. I'm talking about all these legends. And from that day forward, I said, okay, I'm going to jump into the entertainment business. And that's how I started getting my grind on. But fast forward years later, I was doing music, and then I got bit by the acting bug in 2014. I was blessed. My brother Gabriel Lopez, who was an American Gangster and Pride and Glory and all these other different films, he had a series called City Inside the City. He came to me and he said, look, I like your style, I like everything. And I've known him for a while, but he offered me a role. And I was my first acting gig. I had a principal role. And I was blessed to film with Peter Green, Hassan Johnson, like all these people that I met back in 2014. And from that first time that they said action, that bug took a hold on me, and there was no turning back after that. And then the following year, I ended up in Orange is the New Black.
Let me ask you this, Christina. You hear a lot about method acting and people staying in character on set. What's your process like when you get on a set, like a film set?
For me, it's just all about being 100% all there mentally. I've been around people who are extremely professional, and I've been around people who come on set and they just like to play around, or they're just so distracted by the stars and this, and they want to take pictures and they lose focus of why they're there. So for me, it's like once I step on that set, I am that character for the entire day until they say wrap. Preparation is everything in this business. You have to be prepared. You cannot go on set and waste people's time, because time is money, and these people do not like for their money to be played around with.
Yeah, they're spending millions of dollars on these movies and each episode of a television show. Now,
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier when you first got your first gig on Orange is the New Black.
Hmm.
Now, I used to really enjoy that show on Netflix. I used to watch it all the time. And am I correct? When you first got on that show, you were not like a regular or somebody that had a recurring role, but they saw something in you and they wanted to bring you even further into the camera, give you more camera time, and have you
Hmm.
acting with some of the more prominent characters on that show. And then you continued into even into like the fifth season?
I was in season 4 and 5. I started off season 4,
Okay.
season 5, because that was after I did City Inside the
Yes.
City. And it wasn't until someone said something to me on set and they said, "You would be really good on Orange is the New Black." I didn't know anything really too much about the show, and then I started looking into it and how God works, because I'm a firm believer God places you where you are supposed to be.
Yes.
One of my close homegirls that I just happen to be cool with, I'm on her Instagram one day. I see she's on set, Orange is the New Black. Shout out to my homegirl China. So I hit her up and I said, "What agency, covers this show?" So she told me, which was Central Casting. I went out to Central Casting and I did the orientation. They did my photo. And 6 days later, they called me to be on set. And from there, I just took off, man. I guess because I got such a mean look. I'm a New Yorker. So it's like they see that look and they like, "Oh, she look real gangster. She look, like a real true inmate." Even though I'm such a sweetheart, I promise I look real evil, but I'm very nice. I'm a nice person. But it paid off for me. And they started putting me around all of the main characters. I was always part of the Dominican gangs. I was always with Daya. I was always with Maria. I was always with all of them. And then they made me a murder suspect when the guard got killed.
Yeah.
Then they put me in these special fighting scenes. And then from that point on, I became a regular and I was there all the time. I became core. And it was amazing. That's how I became SAG-AFTRA because of Orange is the New Black. I earned my 3 waivers the first month that I went on set. And I will forever, forever be grateful because that opened up a lot of doors for me being on that set. And I got busy because I don't play. When I come to set, I always say I'm going to leave my mark on these sets, and I make sure I do,
That's what's
and it
up.
worked out.
Now, working with Queen Latifah on the Equalizer, how was that?
Oh my God, that was such a blessing. I had the time of my life. I got to work with Benny Boom. He was a director, and also Lady of Rage. She was also on that episode. And when they told me that day, they broke down the scene and all that stuff, and they said we gonna have somebody face to face, have a square off, and man, I had the time of my life. It was like the battle of the Cleos. That's how I felt. That's how it felt to me.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because the way I was looking at Queen, and when we, during the break, she said, "Man, girl," she said, "you was looking at me like you was trying to take my head off. Like you was just you looking at me like this." And I'm like, "Well, I ain't come to play." But she gave me my flowers, man. She gave me my flowers, and it's so crazy because I met Queen Latifah when I was 14. I basically broke it down to her and had to remind her and let her know, like, this is how God works. Everything is coming in full circle. And it was such a humbling, amazing experience for me. And that day really, that's when I really knew. I said, "You know what? You are starting to finally get recognized. Like now you got the right eyes on you now." And it changed my whole life being on that episode. And Queen Latifah posted me on her page, and I became friends with Lady of Rage. She followed me now. We cool peoples, and it's so amazing to know that people that I watched growing up and I looked up to. And now I get to call them my castmates and I get to call them my friends and they are showing me love. I said, okay, I'm moving in the right direction, but it was beautiful. It was amazing. And I learned so much because I study everybody. Study everybody.
That's what's up.
It says a lot about you that people just take notice of your work ethic and the work that you're putting in to honing your craft. What does it mean to you, like when you see and you get those types of accolades?
It means the world because coming up, I didn't have the easiest life. I was the black sheep of my family, and as they say, the black sheep turns to the goat. And it's like watching all this stuff happen now, and to know that a lot of my family they didn't believe in my career. A lot of them was like, oh, go to college, get a regular job. And now that they see the people that showing me love and the love that I'm getting, it tells me that I really made the right decision and choices. I never let anything stop me from pursuing my acting career because I love it that much and it's paying off. So it means everything to me. Everything. I'm grateful and I'm blessed and I'm humbled.
That's what's up.
And a lot of times, and I think we've all kind of faced this before. Like you will have those distractors and those doubters, whether it's family or friends. And a lot of times you
Hmm.
have to bet on yourself. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's taking a big swing, a huge leap of faith, just stepping
Yeah.
out there and pursuing what it is that we all love to do and what we're passionate about.
That's right.
So I applaud you with
Hmm.
that.
Thank you. Thank you. You just got to keep at it, man.
Now let me ask you this. Speaking of family, now am I
Hmm.
right? Was your father a boxer?
Yes, he was. He was a
Okay,
professional
that's what's
boxer.
up.
Hmm.
And you were working on a series around that, right?
Yeah, I'm actually working on my biofilm.
Okay.
Nice.
My
So
life is been very, very, very deep, and my story is very deep, and it's something that I feel that the world needs. But I've always believed in myself, and I always knew that God had a special calling for my life. And sometimes they say people that go through the most struggles are going to be those people that end up being successful and being a generational curse breaker, which I'm trying to do for my family, for
that's
sure.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You got something you want to say, Bruce?
Yeah. Well, do you have? Well, I do have a question.
Yeah.
So we have a mutual friend, Lionel
Hmm.
Coleman. Lionel's been a great friend to us. He's helped us a lot along the way and given us some great advice. Can
Hmm.
you tell us about the relationship that you have with Lionel and how you guys met?
Lionel, man, Lionel. I tell you what, Lionel is like a angel from heaven to me because it's so crazy that when I met Lionel, and let me just make a long story short. The time that I got booked for Elsbeth, I was booked for a reality show for who is the best actor. It was supposed to be me and 11 other actors in Atlantic City in a big house competing for who's the best actor. And I got booked for that first. And then when I got the booking for Elsbeth, some just told me, just ride with it, ride with it. And I canceled. And I never like to cancel on anything because I take my craft very seriously. But I ended up on Elsbeth. And it was the best thing that I've ever done in my life because Lionel was truly a blessing and he saw something in me. I've been doing this for over 10 years, being on different sets, building with different directors, networking, grinding. And I always said to myself, I said, one day there's going to be that one person that's going to really, really notice you. And I felt the momentum already building up because I just did Equalizer. Just got love from Benny Boom and all them. So here I am on Elsbeth. Never met Lionel. And he showed me so much love. And he was such a pleasure to work with, so humbled. He saw something in me. And then next thing you know, I'm getting calls, oh, you going to do a first team rehearsal with the principals. And I'm the only background person there. And I said, okay, okay. We were filming for like 7, 8 days straight.
Yeah.
So we was always there so it was love. And then afterwards, when the last day, we started following each other on Instagram and we became friends. I reached out to him and just told him thank you, for the opportunity. Thank you for seeing something in me because for so many years, I knew I had it in me, but I just felt overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Lionel made me that was the first time that I said, okay, they starting to really see the work. And he came to me and he told me, and I am so humbled by this. And Lionel, I know you're gonna watch this. I love you, my brother. He said to me, he said, you're somebody that I can trust to deliver. I love how you pay attention to details on set. And he says, I want to work with you. And I was just like, my hair stood up because I'm like, let's go. Like, when you need me on set, you need me tomorrow, I'm there. And we've been so close ever since, so close. And I look to him like a mentor. Like you said, you love God friending me and tell you how God works.
Oh yeah.
I was on that set as an extra, and Joe Morton happened to be a part of that show. Lionel was there that day, and I didn't even know until I found out that he was, involved with God friending
Yep.
me, and it's just so crazy that all these years later, I get to work with Lionel. He's a director for Elsbeth, and Joe Morton. I've been studying with him for a while, also taking master classes. And when we did that series Inside the Black Box together, it's amazing, man. It's amazing how just everything comes full circle. But Lionel was a blessing. Mine was amazing. So
Go ahead.
No, no, I was gonna say he truly is a blessing because again, um, God does that. Like you were saying, you saw
hmm
Lionel on God Friend. I mean, you were there on set, but then you didn't make that connection with him there. But God
hmm
brought y'all back together again on Elsbeth, and He saw something in you, and now y'all are rocking together. And then look, now you're here with us on the 515 Real to Real podcast.
man,
And
my
it's
hands is
yeah,
standing up.
yeah. So
God is so good,
yes, he is.
God is good.
Yes, he is.
I'm
Bruce, I
gonna,
know
I'm
you
gonna,
want
yeah,
to
I'm
say
gonna go
something.
back to something real quick.
hmm
So you were talking about how like Lionel took a notice of you on set, and it all kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier on how like a lot of people are noticing you because of your work ethic and what you're doing on those sets or whatever, and it
hmm
says a lot about you and who you are.
hmm Thank you, thank you. I try to be humble. I'm a very humble person. With me, I could have $1 billion in my bank account, and I'm going to be the same person I am right now.
Right.
Because walking with God, and since my faith has increased drastically over the years, but God made sure I found my calling, and God has been placing the right people that He wants in my life and in my path.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, I'm not playing. I'm in the gym 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm on my grind. I'm like, cause if He ever says, Unique, I got something, I'm ready.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let
Now,
me
Absolutely.
come
go
on,
ahead.
Bruce, because this
Nah,
is a
go
great
ahead.
interview. No, no, you ask your question and then
No,
I'll
go
get
for
back.
it, man.
Okay, well, I was I was gonna ask you, with you being in this game for 10 years, and
hmm
I mean, you are really truly making some moves. What would you say to a person who's trying to come up in this industry, and they're going to watch this interview and see you, and you're going to inspire them to even
hmm
work harder? So what would you say to them?
Believe in yourself. I know it's easier said than done because we all go through trials and tribulations in life. We all go through experiences that sometimes may, try to deter us from our paths. But if you really know and that you have something and a gift within yourself, you keep fighting for yourself to the end. And you have to know that this is not an easy situation to be a part of. A lot of people see the actors on TV and they think it's easy. And it's true what they say, if you do not give up and you stay the course, God will find a way for you. And it may not be on your timing. And that's something I had to learn, as I grow in this industry. You have to have patience. You have to have belief. You have to have self love. Therapy is everything. I'm in therapy every week. You have to take care of your mental health. You got to take care of your physical health. All that stuff helps you become an unstoppable force. And that's how I look at it. I look at it like I know I have what it takes to be one of the greats in this business, and I will become a legend in this business. And because I believe in my talent. So don't ever give up. To all the actors out there, please, no matter what y'all do, stay the course. Yep. And read out loud 7 days a week. Something my acting coach, shout out to my acting coach Tracy Moore, Joe Morton, Ulysses Torrero. I learned everything from them. But 7 days a week, you have to work on, whether it's a monologue, whether it's looking over a script, whether redoing your resume, something. But continue to own your craft and be comfortable within yourself, and you will soar. That's a promise. That's a promise.
That's good.
Yep.
Awesome. Man, thank you for sharing that, Christina. And man, we want to send you a shout out too, because your birthday was this week, man. So happy birthday to you.
Friday,
Yes.
Friday coming up was the 8th, yeah.
Are you
Oh
gonna
yeah,
sing
my
happy birthday,
birthday.
Bruce?
We'll sing it together. We'll sing it happy.
See,
So you ain't gonna join in?
No,
You
I
ain't
wasn't
gonna
gonna join in. I wasn't gonna join in.
Oh, y'all about to
Trust me,
sing
you
me
do
happy
not
birthday?
want that.
No, you don't want us to sing
You don't
for
want
you.
that, Christina.
I was looking forward to it.
Trust me, no, you weren't.
We'll sing it offline.
You may have been looking forward to it, but your ears weren't. Trust me.
It's okay as long as I feel the love, and I feel the love, and I'm very thankful, to be here. And I would love to work with you guys. I know you guys are working on stuff. Listen,
Oh yeah.
phone call away.
Hey,
My
Let's
range
make it
is my
happen.
we
range
can
is
make we can
Hey,
definitely
crazy.
make that happen.
yes, for sure.
Yeah,
We love to
as
make
you
that
see
happen.
my reel, my range is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we see.
don't play.
We
Yeah,
see.
definitely. Definitely. Got anything else, Bruce?
Yeah, well, I just want to say thank you for joining us on the show, man. It means a lot,
Mhm.
just you being on the show, sharing a little bit about your story, and man, we're looking forward to seeing your bio.
Mhm.
Just keep us posted on that, and just let us know what you have coming up. Anytime you want to come on, please just let us know.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, we family now. We locked in.
That's
So,
right.
I'm gonna make sure, I stay in contact with you guys, and hey, hopefully, we get to work together. Lionel, all of us will be on the same set one day.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
manifest it now,
That's
speaking
right.
into existence.
That's right.
Yeah, let's go. Let's work.
Let's make it happen. Let's go.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
everybody.
ready.
I just want to thank you again for joining us today. I'm not going to call you by your first name. I'm going to call you Unique. Unique. We are so glad that you were on the show with us today, and we can't wait to see all the great things that are going to happen in your life and in your career. We're fans, and we're going
Thank
to be
you.
watching. We're going to be watching the small screen and the big screen looking for you.
Yes, it's coming. I got a lot of projects, so trust me, I'm working. I'm working.
All right,
I'm,
everybody, give it
thank
up
you
for
for having
Unique.
me.
Give it up for Unique. Send her a happy birthday message.
Yeah, that's right. Leo gang in the building, baby. Leo's run the world.